Hey guys, so I'm here today to make cuento about my experience on the set of The Good Doctor as a background actor. So, as you know, I appeared on season 4, episode 19 of The Good Doctor, which was one of my favorite shows when I was still in the Philippines. I used to watch it on Star World, but unfortunately, there's no more Star World in the Philippines, so I don't know how you can watch it there. But some of my friends have been able to watch it, maybe legally, but I think some of them said they downloaded it, and maybe there's some like secret streaming service that you can catch it on. But hopefully, there's another way of doing it legally, so we can support the show. So I saw the casting call for that about 3 months ago because here in Vancouver they call this Hollywood North. There's a lot of films being filmed here. There's other than The Good Doctor, Riverdale is also being shot here, and it Smallville was filmed here. So that was eons ago, and also Arrow. So there are several Facebook groups here for background actors, and that's where casting agencies post their casting calls. And I saw one of the casting calls and for this, so I sent my photo and my measurements. That's typically how you respond to a casting call. You send them um, a photo of like a profile photo and the whole body shot and your measurements like your height and your chest size, suit size, pant size, shoe size. So I sent them those, and then they called me back and told me that yeah, that they want me for that role. So they sent me the instructions, and I was told to bring 3 sets of clothes and also shoes, and that I have to bring clothes that would be appropriate for the role, which was uh, South American. I'd be Guatemalan, and I did some research, and I saw the photos that they look like cowboys. So I brought like uh, things that well, things that I thought cowboys would wear. And then the first thing that I had to do after I got cast was do COVID testing because they're pretty strict on the protocols for COVID here. All the actors do testing, I think, every day. But since I was only gonna work there for one day, I had to just do one test, and thankfully I tested negative, so I was able to work on the set. And um I was paid my rate was $17 per hour, and for the COVID testing that was done on a separate day, they paid me 4 hours for that day on although the COVID testing only took about 1 hour. So it's a pretty good deal. And the filming day itself, the call time was very early. We had to be on the set at like 6 or 6:30, so I had to wake up really early. And the first thing that we had to do was um, fitting, and they asked me to put on the clothes that I brought, and they didn't like them. They didn't look South American enough or poor enough because I brought my Dockers boots and they said it was too nice. So, and also I noticed that they put dirt on some of the clothes just to make them look authentic. And the episode was supposedly shot in the fall, so and it was just the beginning of the spring here in Vancouver when we shot that, so it was cold. And some people, especially the girls, they had to wear flip-flops and it was cold because it wasn't sunny. If it's spring and it's sunny, it's fine, but it wasn't sunny, so they got some girls got very cold, including my niece. My niece was there with me. She's the girl who's standing right next to me. And so when I got on the set, they briefed us about what we were going to do. So just movements and just small movements and miming. So we were just pretend talking, and we were instructed not to look at the camera and just the basic things: where to sit. I got placed on two tents because I was supposed to be. My role was I was one of the potential patients that we were going to operate on. So I also met. It was a fun set because the people were friendly. I was talking to the background actors, and one of them is Filipino, and she told me her experience working as a background actor in the Philippines, and it was completely different because um, they were kind of mean to her in the Philippines. So she had a very bad experience, and then working here is it's completely different because people are very nice and they treat you with respect, and there's so much food actually because after the fitting we had breakfast, and I brought some food because I'm vegan. I thought there wasn't going to be food for me, but there were a lot of vegan options, and that was in the holding area because the background actors would wait at the holding area for all the background actors. There were maybe like 40 of us, and whenever they need us on the set, we just walk to the set, which is like what 200 to 300 meters away from the holding area. um so we were also told not to take photos with the actors because we were being paid during that time. So we weren't fans. We were working there, so um, it wasn't allowed for me to ask the actors to take a picture with me. And I stayed there for seven about 7.5 hours, and my feet hurt because the cowboy boots that they gave me were very uncomfortable. There was no cushioning. And then after the filming day, we had to return the clothes, and my niece had class after that, so we had to hurry and be in the first in at the front of the line for returning clothes, because returning clothes would usually take between 1 to 2 hours. So if you're not there first, you have to wait a really long time. And I had a I just had a really fun experience. I've never done this before. I've never been a background actor in the Philippines, although I did have some experience in theater when I was in college, and also just some skits in church. But it was really fun. I'd really love to do that again. It's just that right now, I'm on an international student visa, and I'm only allowed to work 20 hours, and I already have a job that's 20 hours. I was only able to do that because during that time when we filmed it, I was on school break, and during school breaks, that's the only time that I'm allowed to work more than 20 hours. But when I graduate, I'll be able to um, work more than 20 hours, and I definitely want to be doing more of this.